5. Jesus. There we go. Alright, goodness gracious. I gotta, like, come around here.
You do.
Whoa!
Should you change the hosting?
Hey.
Hosting?
Good. There it is.
Okay.
Exited host mode, exited host mode, exited host mode, exited host mode. Alrighty then. What do you think though? So right here, right, it's there. But now it's also right there too. And also, when it's up there, I think that's easier to read? I don't know. Whoa, dude. I'm like, I still don't know all the 20XX things. It's super dark Marth.
I start beta Marth, yeah.
When, what is that?
I was in the 4.06 pack.
That's pretty dope, dude. He's got a lightsaber? Oh my goodness. Okay, alright. So it's been a while since I've played this game, as I was telling you while you were on your way over here. And I'm expecting to be pretty bad here. But I'm already down exactly 1 stock. Is that what this is?
Well, I mean, I like had already killed you before.
No, that's fine. I'm confirming. So
oh yeah,
I started down 1 stock, and then
now you're even.
And then you're like, yo, you're definitely gonna be good.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, no question about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Whoa. Oh goodness. Whoa. Fire, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, I can't even attack right now.
So tell me about, how much have you played so far with this thing?
Probably logged about 7 hours here.
7 hours so far.
Not even a day.
And you got it, it is now Wednesday night, and you got it Saturday evening.
Yeah, no, I work 2 to 11 all the time.
Yeah.
I like have no time. Unfortunately.
Are you planning on like getting more time at some point to play a lot more with this thing, or
I mean,
still all in the spare time?
Eventually. I mean, for right now it's just spare time, and also it's really hard to just be motivated to like play on something that I'm not too like concerned about right now.
Because
like,
you're still kind of waiting for the
finished version.
Finished version.
Yeah.
And how much different is that going to be from what you've got right here?
Pretty different. Like I said, you have the buttons being rotated 45 degrees inward, which makes it more comfortable for your hand. Because right now it's not the greatest feeling in the world.
Okay.
Like I said in the car, I could change the button layout if I really want to, but I just don't really feel it's necessary when I'm just gonna get something that's gonna be updated anyway. So it just seems like a waste of time, and I feel like this is only like the warm up for like the actual like the real product that comes out like later. So
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned right now about it, but in the future I would definitely be. And I would definitely, like I said, I would, I would definitely want to like open it up and like change the buttons if I actually have to, like on the new one, because then it would like, you know, there's not going to be another one. At least I don't think. Maybe they make other versions, but that seems stupid.
Oh my goodness.
What did it?
Beating Antonio? Dude. So are you feeling like different characters now that you got this controller? Or are you
I'm here, let me turn on a button so you can at least see. I'm trying to get used to it. I mean, like, I'm trying. I really like Marth in like the Smashbox regards, because I feel like because he's a slower character, I can what is it? I can slow it down and kind of see like what's really happening, and that way I can kind of get better at moving like slower and like really thinking about the game instead of going straight in like Fox or Falco. But I also just really feel comfortable with like Fox or Falco, even if it is like way different. Like on a Smashbox, I would just much rather learn the characters I'm actually going to put like real time and investment into, like as a whole. Okay, So that's how you do that. So like if I want to like jump cancel to throw you and not have to use a button modifier to be able to do an up tilt, I have to buffer the hold button, like the up button, in order to get like a tilt. Shit.
Thank you.
Like I can't even do like a short hop like aerial consistently like with a shine. Like
really?
Like you know how hard it was for me to just be able to like run up like shine, like because you can't like you have to like literally you have to hold down when you do your down B. But if you're holding like say I hold down and I hold this, it doesn't register that I'm holding down. Like if I do it now, I'm gonna fucking like there's like I swear like if I like try to do this and I'll get a wave dash and then I'll like try to do like a running shine and it doesn't register because you're not holding down. You have to hold down then hold forward to get it down. But if you hold forward and then go down, you don't get that. You get a fucking side B. So I'll do like a running a shine attempt and I'll just get a rogue side B because it only registers this when you're running. So I have to run, stop, hit down B at like the same time, and then I can get my my running shot. Otherwise I'd have to be doing jump cancel shines all over the place. Which is more plausible, but like jumping, like running shine gives you momentum.
Whoa, dude! You changed platforms on here? Do they still move?
Yeah, it's just a different scheme.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still a little thrown off by the 20XX thing.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is incredibly fun.
Yeah?
It's so hard.
Do you think if I picked it up, I'd even be able to move at all?
I'm sure you could with like maybe 20 minutes or so,
but it'd actually take me a full 20 minutes to even get to.
Well, because you have
being able to move where I want.
Well, if you want to like do deliberate movement, because like when I'm hitting the red buttons, these are considered dash inputs. They're not just considered walk. I can't do a walk from that unless I like.
Oh, so you actually can't do this?
Yeah, no, I have to hold a modifier to do that, and even then I'm getting like the slower speed. So if I let go of my modifier, watch, I can turn on the inputs and show everybody here. So if I hold this button, like if I hold this, it's sending me all the way to the right. It's a dash input. See how it's constantly going that way. But if I hold this button and do this, look where it's sending me instead of all the way to the right and all the way to the left. But if I would let go of it, then it goes all the way there. But because I was holding a modifier to slow it down, it doesn't consider it a run anymore. It considers it a walk. If I want to do like an up tilt, I can't just hit up and A, because if I do that, I get either a smash attack or I get a jump attack like that, or I can get like an up A. So I either have to do like an aerial attack, and then I have to like hold the up button, and then I'm already buffering it. So then I can do up tilt. Otherwise, I have to do a modifier, which is this, which is Y1. I don't know if you guys want to see, but like
there you go.
Oopsie. Kind of.
There you go.
It's really wide on this side, but there are buttons here, I swear. So this button right here, this is Y1, and then
you can see that at all?
yeah, Y1, and then like
there you go.
Y2 is right here, and then X1's right here, and X2's right here. So top and right are Y1 and right Y2. Bottom are bottom left and right are.
Hold that thing up again real quick.
There you go.
There you go.
So. Whoopsie, if I can get my hand over there. Y1, oopsie. Oh, where is it? There you go. Y1, Y2, X1, X2, which is the bottom. And they all modify the Y and the X axis. And depending on which one, like, so if I want to get like an angle, like a Firefox angle, I can hold this modifier and I can jump and I can hit this and hold these two buttons and I get a angle. For free, like shield dropping, even like if you guys can see it, there's a shield button right here that I'm holding, and then I hold the Y2 modifier, which is the right D-pad button. You hold this, and while I'm on a platform, I can do a shield drop in 3 inputs for free, 100% guaranteed, no questions about it, nothing. Like shield drop free. Like
how normally would you have to do that?
You would have to curl, like, I mean, you don't have to curl. But certain joysticks, certain controllers, here, I can actually turn on the shield, infinite shield for you. Shield. Now you don't break your shield. So now you can just shield it. So when you shield and you try to shield drop, I guess, there's a certain downwards angle that you can go to, which would allow you to shield drop, because it's not completely down, but it's sort of down and sort of angled to either the right or left, depending on which way you're going. But there are certain methods that you can do, like the axe method, which is where you sort of do like a quarter circle motion, and it kind of curls around the area where it's not supposed to go, and then you get a shield drop. So like if I just hold down, but like I kind of curl it like a little bit, like just by holding it down that way, I can get a shield drop. But the axe method is where you do like something like that. You move it, you angle it like that, and then you just curl it down. That's like what my controller can do.
Oh.
See? Kind of curling it. And certain controllers are better at it than others, or even notches that people make to get these. But on this, just modify down for free. Just simple. 3 button inputs.
You have to do it quickly?
You don't have to do it quickly. There's just a certain angle, because there's 256 degrees on that. Like, it's a very specific degree. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but so also there's like I said, you can do. I can try to show you pivot tilts, but I'm not very good at them. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3.
Holy shit.
There's 4.
Can you do that even close to easily on a regular controller?
No one can consistently do pivot tilts on a controller, like, period. Like you might be able to get one, but you can't consistently do it. If you do it twice or 3 times in a row, people think you're impressive. Like,
holy shit.
Yeah.
And you just did that.
Yeah, it's hard, don't get me wrong, because you have to hit the right button inputs. Like, so for instance, like if I want to get an empty pivot, like that or something, I have to hit dash, then I have to dash back. So I do like that, and then after I hit that within 1 frame on that, you can't hit the dash button and the modifier at the same time. They have to be dash, dash, then the modifier, but the modifier comes almost as fast as the slide input because it's a 1 frame window. So then you can get like empty pivot tilts. It's even empty pivot tilts, like if you're not used to it, is still really hard. Because see, like how I'm not getting it, like I'm getting a dash attack, that's because I'm not hitting the dash button first. I'm hitting the modifier at the same time of the dash, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to dash that, and then dash backwards. And then cancel the dash animation of the turnaround with the modifier. That is how you do pivot tilts. I haven't actually figured out how to do pivot angled forward tilts yet. That one's still a little bit of a mystery to me, but I'm sure it's just a modifier. Also, if I hold this modifier, which is Y2, I guess it would be, you hit down, you hit forward, I get crispy wave dashes. Like, this stage is so fucking slow. Here, jump up to the ledge so I can.
Holy shit.
See, okay, watch. I hit down, right? But watch when I do this. It's because this sends me still technically going forward. That's why it's crispy. Hitting this button is going to no longer make me stand like a crouch. It's gonna make me walk forward. See where, but see where it goes when I hit down in this.
Yeah, it's in the corner.
Yeah.
Right. So it goes slightly up.
Just a little bit up. You could, if I could do it. You have to fucking hit this. 2 modifiers, Y1 and X2, and then up and right, and like just hitting up B, I have to hit up B, then I have to hit right, because if I hit up B and right at the same time, I could hit the right by a frame early, and it reads the side B instead of that, and I'm dead, or I shorten it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So like, this controller's so hard. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it.
It's fucking brutal, man.
It is.
How's the build quality on it?
I like it. It's people report that it's hard to open in some other because like it uses Allen screws.
What is this one here?
That is for the little nunchuck, the little freaking the joystick that comes with like the Wiimote.
Yeah.
You can plug that in here and get a joystick on your hand on this side and then hit buttons on this. So you don't actually have to use the whole I'm just doing this because I want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to use.
So you
like
can
that.
actually nunchuck, and then you still have buttons.
Yeah,
and then
the joystick has like 2 buttons, I believe, on the top of it, which have functionality as well.
Is
So,
anyone playing with that?
some people have tried it on the, because there's only 63 other alpha Smashboxes. I'm one of like 63 other people in the world that have this.
Right.
The only other people are like maybe like Dustin, Gravy, and then like Hacks his own variation, and a few other people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like if you want to go up and right. There's also I know for the most part we haven't really had any real matches, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. This. Okay. So SOCD is a hitbox term specifically for hitboxes because they're not possible on sticks or on joysticks. It's simultaneously where's bitch ass Wex? Lol.
Hey, what's going on?
Lol.
Trey, how you doing, homie?
What's up, buddy? So, SOCD is simultaneous opposing cardinal directions. It's when I hold right, but I hold left, it's canceling the inputs. They're registering the out, but if I let go of the right one, I'm gonna buffer a dash input. But if I hold left and I let go of it and right, I'm gonna buffer that. Same thing with up and down. It's gonna cancel each other out.
Okay.
So
what do you do with that?
with that, you basically use it in combination to use tilts. Like I said, me doing the pivot tilt, that's using SOCD, because the directions are canceling each other out to go back to neutral, and then you hit the top button right afterwards, combined with this modifier, and it gives you the tilt.
That's crazy.
Like watch where my joystick is going when I actually get it.
Dude, it's so goddamn quick.
Yeah, like even the bottom one's hard, and you would think it was easier because your fingers are all like triple lined like here.
Holy shit, man.
So hard.
So you let a bunch of people try this
Like,
thing out last night?
At least like 20, 30 people, maybe 40 people tried it out yesterday.
And they all loved it?
A lot of people.
They were like, it's so good.
A lot of people thought like it should be banned. Like if you were able to like if you were to open this up and then like move the button layout around and shit like that, because then it would be super optimal. I mean, it's still really as hard. A lot of people.
Why would that matter if you move the buttons around?
Well, because then it would just like make things a lot easier. Because right now is currently like everything is hard, but also like a lot of people weren't too keen on like they like the button modifiers, but some people were like the button modifiers could make things like stupid broken. And it's true because technically like look at this, I can just literally hold down in this and like I can I'll buffer this and be dashing around, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, you know, crazy wave dash, you know, and shit like that. Like doesn't take any skill for me to do this. Like this is something that you either get a notch for on your controller, or you spend so much time trying to like get like crispy ass wave dashes like this. And people do it, like I do this shit, but like it's hard.
So how many people would like put a notch on, and how often would you be banned for doing a notch thing?
People, nationals even allow notches. Notches are just a part of the community. It's just like a regular thing. But like Leffen has notches all over his controller, and he uses that controller all the time in tournament. Like the only argument I have against like. The only argument I have for why it should be banned would be the notches aren't as good as that Hacks 1 Nebulous. Well, okay, I think that
they are though.
But like, Hacks has his own box variation, and his own box variation is specifically designed for like Fox layout. Like the button layout is literally rotated, and buttons are placed specifically to make your hands feel more comfortable while using Fox. Not Cheap, not Mark, not Falco, not anybody, but Fox. So like, it could just simply be that, like outside of the, I don't know how many months practice he's had with that thing on top of that, that the layout is just that good and that easy for his hands. I mean, it's not outside of the ordinary. This is an entirely different box variation. This is the opposing side.
Well, so yeah, so I'm not that worried about hacks.
Neither am I.
Still, what you're saying is that you can open the box open and move the button, so why can't you make a fox layout upon yours?
I moved the button.
Well, I mean, you can't move the buttons anywhere, right?
No, I can take this button and move it here if I want, and take this button and move it here.
Well, yeah. What I mean is physically, though.
You can't like.
Yeah.
Right? You would have to get a new faceplate.
Yeah.
You can technically. You just have to get a new faceplate and figure out what size the buttons are and where to place them. That's what my friend Blaine was suggesting to me. He's like, if you want to open it up and move the buttons around, just get a new faceplate, figure out what size the buttons are, and then just go to a place and they can drill holes in it for you, get a new faceplate, and you're all set to go. Like,
it's true.
You could, but that means I'm spending more money on the Alpha. Why would I do that?
Someone can switch to a new controller and beat people like Captain Smuckers.
I mean, like
I'm not familiar with this person. Who are you talking about?
Captain Smuckers is an incredibly talented Captain Falcon, incredibly talented. And that's
And
the
he
Alpha
switched
build, the newer
controllers?
build of your, and that's Alpha build. The newer build of yours does have the rotated, more ergonomic. Yeah, it does have the more newer version, but also like it's not just about switching to a new controller. Like it's not like he just switched to a new controller, played for a week, and all of a sudden he's like god tier. You know, like he used that controller for probably 6 months on top of that. Do you remember when he was talking about in his video how he was taking pain medication for before his surgery just so he could practice one single hand on his box variation? I think that his variation, he put more time into it and is specifically different. I don't think it's just oh, I picked up a new controller and he just became a god. I think it was more he put the time and effort in, and his version of it could make Fox easier. It's true, his variation could just make Fox easier and then it wouldn't take that much skill, but that's why the community is still deciding on these choices. I do think that in 2 years it will be the meta though. No, I agree with you. That's a lot of people were giving me these looks at Cafe, if you noticed, Trey, wondering why would you ever do this? This is seppuku for your melee career. And I was just you guys are acting like I just became really good with the controller 3 weeks ago. It took me 2 or 3 years just to even beat half of you with a regular GameCube controller. This is just another commitment of multiple years of my life. It's not even just oh, I'm gonna be good within a few weeks or a few months. It's another commitment of 3 or 4 years of
yeah.
It's just another way of doing it. And it'd be like anybody else. If you have somebody from a different part of the FGC like Justin Wong or something picking this up, it's still gonna take him years in order to even make a fucking a ripple in the meta. And that's why I think it'll be banned though. Honestly, because people will see that this will become the standard. I don't really think it's about becoming the standard. It's just
is that a problem though?
Well, that's what the hitbox. That's what their logic is. It's if you're so why should we stop the meta from improving and getting to this point that we can have precise control? That's their argument. Why not? Why should we be stuck with our crustaic ancient device because we're so fucking stubborn? I do agree with that point. There's no reason why we shouldn't make it legal. There are other people that make the point oh, hey, let's just freaking use because the reason a lot of people want to ban it is because when I dash on one of these, the dash speed is faster on one of these than it is on this. The startup animation for your dash, you are able to dash faster, start up your dash faster than you would on a GameCube controller. But the hitbox solution was it will split the community. I think this would hurt the meta. It will split the community. It's dumb, but it will. Not the meta, but the game community. Honestly, I think it's something that the community just needs to I feel in that sense, Melee needs to grow up. Melee just needs to kind of grow up in that sense. If it hurts the community, they will recover from it and be better for it. They should be able to do that. If they're still doing this bullcrap after 15 years, it kind of shows how immature the community is and how not ready to be a part of the actual FGC we are. So I think this is the push in the right direction regardless of what it'll do to the community, the actual meta. So the hitbox's idea was we can just nerf the dash speed to go back to a regular GameCube controller. That way you have legality. They can nerf the the values of this in order to make it identical to that. But there's to a certain extent where you're just copying the GameCube controller and it's no longer just oh, a special thing. It's now just a different carbon copy. So I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you can go with this conversation. There's a lot of different it's kind of like 50-50. You're black or white. There's not much in the middle.
Because there's a lot of in the middle.
There's a lot of in the middle, but
that's your point here.
No,
is that okay? So people are like, oh, it should be banned. Well, but in that case, just make it But what if you made it function more like a GameCube controller? Then is it okay?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I feel like there is a lot in between. Like my argument is for that, but I don't feel like a lot of people see it that way. Right now, it's either black or white. You hate it or you love it. It's one of those things. But a lot of other people and maybe the Discord can that obviously back this project see that they wanted to a lot of people even just got the Alpha Smashbox because the GameCube controller hurt their hands. You know the reason why Smashbox even came out is because Dustin had hand issues with GameCube controller and he wanted to just make another controller that would be better.
Of course.
Yeah. It should be ergonomic.
It should be an ergonomic carbon copy.
That's the ideal in my mind.
I mean,
I could see that, but I'm not. Like I said, there's a certain line with that you can cross. There's nerfing the dash speed in order to match that so doesn't have an inherent unfair advantage. Yes, I can agree and understand that. But there's a certain point where you don't add you don't do snapback and shit.
What the hell is that?
That's a new taunt. If there's 50% chance that you get that, and there's a 50% chance that you get that.
Really?
Yeah. But there's a certain line as well when it comes to you wouldn't want to add obviously the bad shit in it just because a factory in Japan was imperfect when they made the GameCube controllers. You want just the dash speed or something.
What's bad that way about the GameCube controller?
It has snapback, which certain controllers there's a glitch in every single, not every single GameCube controller, but some GameCube controllers have this glitch where basically they're backdash. You know how when you dash, even if you input it frame perfectly, sometimes you don't get your input on a GameCube controller simply because GameCube controller doesn't read it correctly. Here, I can literally show you what happens when you take a GameCube controller and you just look at the live inputs. Look at your controller, what it's doing. Your player 2. Your C stick is constantly moving. Your R analog is constantly on 0. Look at mine. It's on 0. If I input something, I'm going to fucking get down. If I hit up on this and hit up, I'm gonna get that. But if I hit up, I'm gonna get that. Look at yours. It's constantly fluctuating.
Well, I mean, I'm touching it.
But even still, you're not touching it now.
If I do.
You're not touching it now. It does that. Every controller does that.
If I move it.
Yeah. You unplug.
I shake it.
Here, watch. Take mine. Fucking plug it in. It's it's still doing shit. While mine it's trapped at that value, but it shouldn't even be at that value to begin with. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be there. That's not fair. That's stupid. No. I don't want to deal with that. That's bullshit. That's why I'm dropping that controller.
I mean, you could
shake Harry's controller and watch his stick value. It's hilarious. That's not cool, dude. That's not cool. That's funny, but that's not cool, dude. I don't want to deal with that garbage.
What's going on with Harry's controller? What do you mean?
It's just janky. You shake it around and the values get all messed up and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because he has an old controller.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to deal with that in the beginning. The whole principle.
Well, yeah, but that's solved by buying a new controller, isn't it?
No, because maybe it won't be as bad, but that doesn't solve the inherent what? Oh, I unplugged you. Yeah, my bad. It doesn't solve the inherent point that your C stick and your input shouldn't be doing things for you without you pressing the controller or moving it. I'm sorry, it shouldn't even be there in the first place.
I mean, that's true.
It's hilarious. Yeah, he's getting 3rd place at Cafe. I don't know. Nah, fuck buying new controllers. Yeah, no. Dude, buying new controllers is the lottery. Dude, another point. You shouldn't freaking have to play the lottery with Melee. I shouldn't have to pay $40 and hope I have a good controller that has good snapback and good backdash rate. I shouldn't have to deal with that. I shouldn't have to play the lottery and spend $40 for this game. I should have a controller that is ready and permanently ready. It's stupid.
I mean, it sounds to me like in other fighting games, when people are like, "Yo, I'm a serious competitor. I want something that performs in the tournament," and then the companies that make controllers release a tournament edition fight stick, right? That's designed for the sake of, hey, I want to play in tournament. I want my controller not to have fucking issues like that.
Yeah,
so there's already a gap in the market for that for GameCube controllers.
You would have to like,
you could just build a GameCube controller.
You would have
to quality, right?
You would have to like specifically like figure out how they made the GameCube controller like value-wise and everything, and like what their logic was, because like I don't know the logistics. You could possibly do that, but I don't know if anybody is ever going to do that or what, because I know you can fix the snapback issue, not the snapback, the backdash issue, because there's a glitch on some controllers that you literally, like, my controller have a better backdash rate than yours. Like, most controllers are average about 80%, but there's a glitch with certain controllers. Their backdash rate is like 95 or like 90%. That's inherently unfair. It's not level. Like, the only other way you make it level is if you freaking pay for notches, in which case then you're just pay to win, and that's no different than this. You're paying for a new controller. You break in your controller and it's yours. You don't have to switch. That's why Harry plays with this janky stick still. I mean, like, certain people are really into it. Like Jeremy Lee, his entire like little shit on here, like all this is completely worn off. He has like the fucking razor shit. He likes it. It hurts his hand. It cuts his hand. I've seen his thumb. He likes it. Like, he's not into the pain, but he likes how it feels. Like, so I mean, I get it, but you shouldn't have to put up with like shit being inputted without you inputting it. You think it's fair, like, whenever someone goes to a gas station or something like that, and they like put up like their nozzle, they're not pumping any gas yet, it's charging them money?
Well, I mean, so if you were to say, let's just make a GameCube controller for tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can totally rip off this design, right, and do a third-party controller.
I mean, there's no way that
exactly. There's no way that Nintendo doesn't have a patent on that, because if they did, then third-party controllers just wouldn't exist at all. Right?
Well, I mean,
technically, to buy their controllers.
Technically, this is considered like a third-party controller.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
But the point is, you could just build Tournament Edition GameCube controller, right?
I mean,
or is just the production of a shape like this, because you'd have to actually run.
I don't know. That would
you'd have to contact a factory in China, and you'd have to be like, hey guys, build this thing for us.
Yeah. Well, okay, so mass producing is actually cheaper than small producing, because small producing is like actually like you're freaking like taking like quality parts, individual parts that are more like necessary, and putting them in small amount of package. Like, it was pretty like expensive to do all this freaking like the metal cases and the laser cuttering just for 64 of these. Like, it was pretty fucking expensive for them. But like doing a 256 like order, I believe, is the amount of package for the official finished version or whatever. Like, that's being mass produced in China, which is, because it's in China, it's not going to cost that much. Smaller shit.
But it's also going to be of lower quality than that, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not, because you have the Sono button parts. They already have the parts. They already have the cases. They already have everything. They're just getting it mass produced. You're basically taking one of these and just making carbon copies of them at a mass produced level.
Yeah.
But
so
they already have
my point is, what's stopping them from doing that?
Well, because
they're not
another
GameCube controller.
Why would you do that? That's not their entire. That's not what they're doing. They're doing this. They don't.
Well,
they
I'm
hate
aware of that, right? But why couldn't you
also,
do that, and then you wouldn't have?
Well, nobody wants to. Well, like, the people that are switching over to this don't want to do that, because this inherently is not good for you, especially the way people play. Like, look at this. You're freaking sitting down like this. Most of the time people are playing like this. You're putting all this muscle on your forearms and your lower back. You're not even you're at like a 90-degree angle. You're not even sitting up straight.
I mean, you could sit up.
You could sit up straight, but it doesn't matter. You're still putting.
Or you could H-box it. You could just H-box it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No matter what you find around that is not good for your hands. But I mean, in the alpha version, I'm like being a hypocrite, because the alpha version isn't really good for your hands right now either. But hopefully it'll change, and like I can mess with the layout and switch it. But there's no way around that thing's not good for your hands, dude. Like, otherwise hacks wouldn't have that issue. Well, like, he had his own personal hand issues, but like everybody does. But there's a certain degree to where when you're moving that fast with the controller, yeah, that controller's not good for you. Like, I'm sorry. There's nothing you can really say. You could like unless you want to fucking like
you just changed the point that you were making, right?
No,
your point was this we were talking about was this is good because look at my inputs. My inputs are now all at 0.
Yeah, but also.
Right, and I said, well, why don't you make a GameCube controller that does that?
Well, okay,
right? Do you think that people would buy that?
No,
and you're like, no, but
that's
the
not
GameCube controller is just garbage and no one wants it.
No, I'm
But
not saying
then-
that. I'm saying that it's garbage as far as like it's not good for your hands, like health-wise. I don't care about whether or not people like it. I'm talking about like health-wise.
Okay, but people are going to continue to use the GameCube
Yeah,
controller
I'm not
regardless of that health
I'm,
problem.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't.
So there's clearly a gap in the market for like a tournament edition controller.
But no,
That's a problem
Jason,
that this game has that no other game
The
has.
problem that you're having here is that you're thinking of hypotheticals that literally don't exist. No one's ever going to do that. Like you could literally toss out any hypothetical situation you want. No one is going to make a tournament edition GameCube controller with what you're talking about. No one is going to do it. No one cares. Like, no one has the drive or inspiration to do that because literally you already have a GameCube controller. People, like, you could technically solve the backdash issue with a mod, but it doesn't change the fact that no one's interested in doing that. Otherwise, it would have already been done. There's been years for that to happen.
If no one's interested in doing that, then it's clearly not an issue at all.
Yes, it is.
That your inputs are not at 0.
Yes, it is
right?
an issue.
Because otherwise.
Yeah, because.
Well, how can it be an issue?
It's
but
an issue because
no one cares.
It's an issue because it's not a level playing field. People care enough that they are already willing to mess with notches and put in like shit for their controller. That's the extent of what they care. They're willing to spend money on notches on something they already have. Because ultimately you still have to break in your controller one way or another. So if you have notches or something like that, you don't really need to worry about getting like a controller that has values of 0. Outside of it just being unfair that your controller is inputting something for you without you inputting it, it's just like that's the only difference. Like the shape of the controller is not good for your hands. The values not being at 0 is unfair in the fact that like I could buy a controller like that and it's inherently better than yours day one, yet you've been using that for 4 years. That's not fair. And nobody's actually interested in making a new type of controller that does that because otherwise, like I said, they would have already done that. That's why these are coming out and not more of those. It's simple logic at that point, dude. Like no one's gonna make one. Like it sucks. Like I would.
It's because they don't care.
Yeah, it's true. Otherwise, they would have done it, dude. There's so much money and time and investment, and otherwise, we would have been seeing more of these come out instead of these. But people like are complaining about their hands hurting. Mita King and everybody into like the fucking community has been complaining about hand issues for years, dude. It's a meme. Go see the doctor, M2K. Like, what are you talking about?
But you're not gonna be able to convert people if you're allowing them. If that thing allows you to do inputs that are physically impossible on this controller, right?
Well, I mean,
unless you're gonna have
you can technically
right?
do inputs on the controller. You can't consistently do it, which brings up the point: why would you allow this if it does something that you can consistently do on this but not on that? And the argument that Hitbox brings in is why not? Why not add that precision to the meta that we can add? Because you're already paying to win for your notches and paying to win by getting a controller that's inherently better than others. So why not get something that does all these things and in the future, hopefully when they get a better layout, will be ergonomic. So it's GameCube controllers are just a thing of the past, dude.
I mean, they're definitely
they're not a thing of the past, but they're a thing of the past as far as like people inventing more of them in order to shape the meta. Those are dead. Like as far as like people making more of them. Like people are still going to use them and get notches for their controllers. Yeah, that's the extent of it. No one's gonna make a brand new Nintendo GameCube controller. That dream's dead. That third-party GameCube controller is dead too.
I mean, but they're not going to, what if the community doesn't adopt to this, though? Because they're
if they don't adopt to this,
that thing allows you to do things physically that you can't do on this.
Well, in my personal opinion, I don't think that they're, like, maybe
that is the case, yes.
It could go through a phase where it's actually, like, where it's banned from, like, all tournaments for a little while as a community consensus, but the FGC as a bigger whole in other fighting games also had the exact same issue, and they had the exact same issue before these started becoming like allowed in national tournaments. Like
For like what other games?
Marvel, Street Fighter,
They're
Justice,
like
MK.
you can't use fight sticks.
No, that you can't use these hitboxes because there are hitboxes for other games, dude. Because
So you're just talking about a controller that doesn't have a joystick.
yeah, no, I'm saying that
buttons
hitboxes
for direction.
I'm saying that hitboxes in general, the hitbox company was having issues already as far as like becoming accepted in the community as in the FGC already as it was before the Smashbox ever came out, and eventually the FGC just started allowing it. You can use controllers, you can use fight sticks, you can use, you know, keyboards. Like Smash 64, you can use a fucking, like a fishing rod with buttons on it in order to use a controller. Like,
yeah.
The whole point that I'm creating from that is that they don't care what you allow as far as like button like inputs. Like if this person can use it and this person can use it and this person can use a controller or this person can use a keyboard, if that's all allowed and everybody's using what they're preferred to, then it's fair game.
Yeah.
So same thing with this. If people are allowed to use this but use this if they prefer to use that, then it's at that point fair game. The only thing that's different is that this is a consistent thing that brings impossible things to the meta, while that is not. It's the same thing with like maybe in like you can't like on a fight stick you can't do SOCD on a fight stick. That's not possible.
Right.
So that's already something unfair, right? In a part of the FGC, you can't do something on a fight stick. That's literally impossible. But at least on a controller, you can do what I'm doing, like actually possible, but it may not be on a consistent basis. So at that point, then it's just like why, like I said, the argument comes back to why not just allow one of these?
So that thing does allow you to do things that are impossible in this, or it doesn't allow you to do things
There are things
impossible?
it allows you to do things that are consistently impossible. They're not impossible as a whole, but consistently you could not do it like
But
2 or 3 rounds.
I can't buffer a dash.
No, you can't. Like there's that. You can't do this. Yeah. No, you cannot do SOCD.
That's physically impossible.
Yeah, and
on this controller.
And it's the same thing with the FGC and their scene as well.
I mean,
So like my point is that like they had to deal with the same type of like conceptual misunderstandings of like, oh, this is broken, this should not be allowed, and then eventually the community is just like, well, why not just let everyone use any type of controller they want, and they've been having complete success with it.
Are the top players
Yeah,
using hitboxes?
there are plenty of top players that use hitboxes.
No,
There's
like the very top players.
I don't know about the very top players. I know Sonic Fox, like probably like in Injustice or Mortal Kombat, he uses a pad. Actually, a lot of the Injustice player and Mortal Kombat players use pads. Quite a few of them use fight sticks mainly, and then you got the small group of people that use hitboxes.
So people were just like, no, these are not allowed because you can do things that are physically impossible on a fight stick. And then they were like, well, you guys aren't going to win anyways, so who cares?
I mean, people have, like, I'm sure people have won with hitbox. I don't know specifically, I haven't delved that deep into it, but I'm sure there's been somebody.
It doesn't give you a significant advantage.
I mean, the point is that you're not going to just be able to, like, what Trey was saying was, like, thinking that you could just, like grab a controller, like when he used the example of Hacks just being able to win Nebulous. It's like, that doesn't give you a free win. Like I said,
that's not what he was saying at all. First off, the Hacks Nebulous thing was a joke. Second
I'm sure it was a joke, but he still used the point that like you could use, like he took a new controller and he won Nebulous Prime. Sure, it was a joke, but the point stands is that that's not what this is. This is not one of those things where you can literally just take a brand new controller and then just win a tournament with it, regardless if it's a local or a national. That was the point, even if it was a joke that he was making, and that's not actually true. That he put like months of time into that. He literally took painkillers in order to like practice on it before his hand surgery, and his layout is specifically designed by him. He made all of his measurements. He made every button choice, and the people that made it for him literally just listened to him. So everything is his choice.
Yeah, but I don't.
So the point is that you can't just make a controller that just wins you the game. You can make a controller that
no one is arguing that.
Yeah. So he was technically like making that point, and other people in the entire community will make that point. You know how many jargons we have in the community that are little like macros?
No, he didn't make that point at all. Like, not even a little bit. I mean, he was saying it as a
Narches
joke.
aren't as good as that. Hacks one Nebulous, please
Yeah.
ban. I know it's a joke,
Yeah,
but the point is...
that's a joke.
No, Jason, you don't understand. There are people on the internet that agree with him. That
Are
agree
you,
with...
are
I'm
you
not...
sure they're not joking?
Are you kidding me, dude? Have you
Because
never...
he's definitely joking.
Have you seen the Melee teaser trailer for this?
definitely-
Have you seen the Melee teaser trailer for this? Answer
No, I
that,
haven't.
yes or no?
No, I
No,
haven't.
then you have no idea. People are literally on comments in there talking about macros, 2 inputs at once. Like, this thing should be banned because it does things for you that isn't possible on a GameCube controller. They
Well,
have,
I mean,
inputs.
That's correct.
I mean, like, inputs as far as, like, doing like multi-shining. Like when Hitbox Dustin was doing multi-shines like this, like on the where he did like 18 of them in a row perfectly, like on that, people were just like, macros, look, it just makes you wave shine and then he like shine and he can wave shine and crap like that. Literally people were saying that seriously in the comments. So people believe his sarcasm. So it's the point is that I'm making is it doesn't matter if he was joking, people believe that legitimately and will argue for it.
Okay, well, so then it's on you to prove them wrong.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing for you.
But yeah, I'm not. That's not my point. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I know that's not what you're saying, but you're begging the question, which allows me to answer it for the people that are listening or for you, and that's what I'm telling you. There's no way that this is going. Okay, there is a way, but I don't personally believe that it is going to stay banned for long. I believe it will be banned at one point, absolutely, because it already is at certain nationals, as Hacks has already found out, and I'm sure people that use this will find out. But I don't believe it's going to stay that way at all.
Because right now isn't the standard rule set no macros and no modifications to controllers?
Modifications are only allowed as far as TO's purposes.
Right, so that's depending on the TO. Then.
Yeah, exactly, but that's still
But
like...
that's what the language is phrased as though any alteration to a GameCube controller.
Well, their first ban on the hitbox was when they first heard about the Smashbox, they had already pre-banned it, right? There was even Dustin even made a hitbox response for it, saying #free the hitbox. That he was talking to TOs and they were all down for the Smashbox and everything, and then all of a sudden something changed and everybody was like, no, we're not going to allow this at tournaments, blah 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 blah. And their excuse for it,
community backlash, right?
Yeah, no, and their excuse for that, like the people that the TOs that were making those executive decisions, were basically their mindset was like, well, inherently there's skill put into the muscle memory of a GameCube controller. Therefore, you shouldn't be allowed to have this new muscle memory and be able to do things, because that's what Melee is. Like, the skill comes from you practicing and putting in the muscle memory, and they didn't think that was what this was about. It was just one of those, as people thought, one of those insta-win things. That's why Gravy went to so many different tournaments to demonstrate and show people, like, this is what it's about. You see how hard this is? This is not free. And he can barely even do stuff, like I said. He'd probably be the best person right now using a box variation outside of Hacks. Those two are probably the best users right now.
And Hacks is getting...
And he has his own different backs. He has his own different box. And I'm sure the Smashbox would get banned all the same from any international, just like Hacks would. It's a box variation.
Yeah. So Hacks is currently getting banned from a thing. If Hacks is saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do my own thing because I'm trying to make it ergonomic," then do you expect TOs to just be like, "Well, I'll just evaluate whatever your own thing is. I'll take this extra step to make sure that your controller doesn't have macros or some other kind of features."
I'm sure TOs will actually do that. I'm sure a lot of TOs will be totally fine with it, but I'm sure there will also be plenty of TOs that will actually bring up that point and be like, yeah, like, how can I trust that your thing doesn't have macros or something like that, because you already had that Pichu player with the bullshit Wii and his modifications. Remember the Pichu player, like, hella long ago? That was a Pichu player that fucking, like, did modifications on his Wii, and he was playing specifically on his Wii. I don't know how he managed to get the TO to not, like, notice that he wanted to play on his Wii or whatever.
That he only played on his own system?
Yeah,
That's
and his Pichu was basically, like, had modification, like, values, like, basically, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know what it was. I didn't get to see it, so I wouldn't know exactly what it was doing, but I'm sure it was like some SD remix bullshit, like just unfair bullshit that Pichu obviously does not have. Like, I got banned from the community for like a few months, like going to tournaments, like for a few months. So like, yeah, I'm sure that there are going to be TOs that are going to be like, how am I supposed to trust you? Like, so yeah, I'm sure there will be TOs that are going to be like, yeah, let me try it out, let me test it. So
and
yeah,
they'll just test them all.
I don't know, maybe.
And then solved.
I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not a part of the
Because that's
community.
a lot when you've got a national and you're like, okay, everyone use their own controller, right? If you got 20 people in a smaller venue and you're like, hey, 1 or 2 guys who are using a box, right? I'll inspect your controllers. But when you're talking 300 people at a national,
yeah, no, I
and there's
don't.
20, 30 people.
That's why I'm not.
They've got to do inspections on them all.
That's why I'm not the TO.
It's gonna be much easier for them to just be like, sorry, banned. Yeah, just only use GameCube controllers.
Like I said, I think it will be banned for a little bit, but I do not think it'll be banned for a super long period of time. Because I just agree.
Yours.
No, I think
right,
I think box variations entirely are going to be banned for a little bit.
Why? Because they won't be able to evaluate it?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's going to be a proper way to like make sure all channels are being tracked. And also, I don't think the community is quite like mature enough for it. Like, I just don't. Like, I think that the community is just gonna be like, ban, 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 get it away from me, it's not GameCube controller. Like, the community.
And then eventually they'll just get over it? Is your hope?
I honestly think it's not really that big a deal, because the one thing that, like, what happens, like, when it comes to, GameCube controllers, is that once the person using the GameCube controller sees that you're garbage, like you fighting me right now, like, if I had to play you in a tournament, like, using this, I lose.
I mean, but that, okay.
Like, at my current skill level. At my current skill level, I lose.
Then the incentive is there once you get to the higher skill level, though, for
but
them to say, hey, TOs, just ban this controller, because I don't want to play against these guys that are better than me now.
But is that no
because they're
different
using a different controller.
But is that no different from spending 4 years of my life playing on this compared to spending 4 years of my life
No,
playing on
I'm not saying it should be banned. I'm saying that's going to be the sentiment.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Is like, oh, well, they've got that. Well, so that's the only reason that they're winning. Hey, TOs, you should ban those.
That's
right.
Like,
and then how are you going to be like, no, guys, but it's completely fair? Or you're just going to hope that TOs eventually will make the decision to be like, I think, guys, sorry. I think it's because you're a bitch. That's why.
I think
it's because you're a little whiny bitch.
I think the community TO like heads that actually have like the ones that actually like freaking advertise the not advertise, but run the big tournaments, like, for instance, Jabali, or something for CEO. Big, huge name, a part of the FGC.
Nice.
Melee is actually a part of it. I know, I actually got my first, like, legitimate stock on you. I think that's my victory for the night.
Like, I got one stock!
One legitimate stock, guys. One that I actually meant to do. You saw the dash dance on the wake-up attack and the grab. It was intentional. We're making progress. I said I'd make progress.
You did.
We're making progress. Garbage as fuck, but we making progress.
So you think, I mean, okay, so you're expecting that eventually the big name TOs will be like, guys, this is fair.
No, because
don't worry about it.
And
they'll make the executive decision to fix it. But all evidence for right now points to literally the opposite of that.
Well, okay,
like, it's
so
at
like
nationals that it's banned, and it's at locals that Hacks is able to play.
Yeah, but think about it, dude. Like, the box variations literally haven't even been out for an entire year. They've been a concept for years.
Yeah, but
they
why,
haven't.
Why then are the big TOs banning them?
Because the TOs don't want anything to do with that, because there's no general consensus. This is an alpha. The only other box variation out there is Hacks' variation and the possibility of the Smash Stick, which is a new concept. Yeah, there's a guy called the Black Ombre. It's basically the opposite of this. It's the fight stick version of this. It's got a bunch of buttons, but it's got an actual fight stick instead of buttons.
Oh.
It's got buttons on the right side for this, but instead you've got an actual joystick from like a fight stick that you're using to play.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
well, that's just a fight stick then, just built for Smash.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But
it's not really the opposite.
I mean, it's the opposite because a Smashbox, I mean not a Smashbox, a hitbox in general has no stick, which is the opposite of a fight stick.
Okay.
So, but like, was I saying? Oh yeah, the freaking, there's no, this is literally, there's only like 3 variations. There's the not final build that's not out yet, and then there's a few variations that some of the top like players have been like shipped out, like the Smashbox, that they got like the one that Dustin had, but like that was it. Other than that, Hax is the only one that has his, and then the Black Ombre has like I think 2 in existence right now, and he only uses it like I don't even think at Nationals. Like it's only a recent thing, and like this hasn't even been out. The alpha hasn't even been out for like more than 4 days. So like there's no way that you can entirely just trust it. Right now the safer option for TOs is just ban it. Like at national tournaments, I can imagine the only reason why they banned the one that Hax is using, literally because it hasn't been decided by the community heads whether or not it's going to be legal or not. So they were just like, sorry dude, banned on the spot. Like, no way we're allowing you to play that tournament. No fucking way imaginable in any universe is that happening at this current time. Maybe in the future when we have a better grip on it, it's been out for like maybe a year or so. Like I imagine when.
I mean, but it won't be though, right? Because even a year from now, it's not going to be a finalized design, right?
Well,
based on what's happening right now, there's going to be, instead of 6 unique and original designs for a thing like this, there's going to be 12.
Well, you have
right a year from now, especially when Trey's talking about, oh, but you could just pop up the buttons and then set them up however you want, right?
Well, I mean, at that point,
it's gonna be the same way, right? The
people
that are interested in a thing like this are people that are already interested in controller modification, which means there's going to be less standardization, which is less incentive for them to allow them.
Yeah, but like
right?
the thing is that you have like so many benefits that come from this. You have increased meta when you get to a point that you're able to play with this at a top level. You have people being able to come from different parts of the FGC. You know how many people from the other parts of the FGC want to play Melee but don't want to use that piece of shit? So many people, pro players. Justin Wong wants to already play this game as it is, but the only reason why he doesn't is because he already agrees that Melee is so hard of a game that he would have to drop every other FGC he plays in order to even be good at it. And he plays like 6 to 10 fighting games that he's actually good at.
That has nothing to do with the controller.
Yeah,
right?
no,
he's not going to be inspired to come over because of the controller.
He's not going to be inspired, but other people are part of the FGC, even if they're not good like players, they're people that are part of the FGC.
Primarily the controller.
Yeah, no, I think it's primarily the controller. No one literally people from the FCC don't want to take something they're not used to and spend years of their life learning it and not even be good at the game. Like, they want to be able to have something that's familiar to them. There's no guarantee this is going to make you good at the game, but they want to have something that feels familiar with them. This may not be a fight stick like most guys use, but there are people that use hitboxes, and they like this stuff. This is more accessible to them.
People that normally play with a fight stick.
Yeah, people that maybe play in like Street Fighter, Marvel, Mortal Kombat, Injustice.
But there are people that are like that doesn't actually translate, because it seems like it wouldn't.
I know.
Hello, Zerider99ZR. I don't think Smashbox is gonna draw that many FGC people.
I don't
Thank
think
you for the.
I don't think it will either, but I think it's going to pull like FGC people that we already don't have. We hardly have anybody from the FGC as it is that like actually even attempts to play Melee. They're more of like, I'm gonna go to my national for my game that I play, and I'm gonna watch Melee because it's hype as shit. But if you have something like this out in the market, then it gives them the interest to even try it out in the first place. You hand them something like that and tell them, here, try it out. They're gonna try it out and probably not like it within the few first like minutes and be like, if you had like maybe a fight stick, or maybe you had something that was like more like something that I'm used to, then yeah. And maybe there are the people that are in the FGC that use the pads and they like that. You know, fine. That's awesome. You know, everyone's gonna have their own preference. But I'm telling you now, there will be other people, maybe as you said, not as much, maybe not as good, but there are going to be other people from different parts of the FGC that could come to the game, and that's still good for the meta, and you still have the like increased amount of people that it could bring, the more variety to the game, which allows for preference. And I just think in general, I agree with the Hitbox team. Why should we not allow stuff that's not consistently possible or even physically possible on a controller when it allows us to play the game better if we're precise enough at it? Because then it's just personalized skill. If I can do this pivot up tilt perfectly 100% of the time because I know it's going to be consistent, that means it's because of me and my own personal skill. I don't have to worry about dashing, like doing a frame perfect like smash turn, like backdash, like jump cancel throw or something. Like say like they DI behind me and I want to turn around in the same frame but do a jump cancel throw dash.
Yeah.
Like if I don't have to worry about that, if I can just consistently do it on this, I don't have to worry about my controller not like working for me simply because it's imperfect. I shouldn't have to deal with that. Like that's my entire point.
Pivot up tilt is hella hard. No,
It
it's
is-
not. He's done it 3 times in a row.
No,
It's
no,
super easy.
No.
It's like the
He's a
easiest
part-
thing in the
He's a
world.
part of the Discord.
I'm
He's a
aware.
part. Yeah, no, he's a part of the Discord. You're just triggering him. Don't listen to this guy. He's a
It's
troll.
super easy, man. He's
No,
done it
no.
3 times in a row. I've seen him.
Don't listen to this
Buy
guy.
one of these things. It's super easy.
He has one. Don't listen to this guy. He's a
Does he
troll.
have one?
He's a part of the Discord.
Z-Rider's got one?
He's a part of the Discord. I'm trying to tell you. He's a part of, he's one of the backers. He knows.
Z-Rider, bro, what's your experience been in tournament, man?
Yeah, no, sorry. He's a troll. Don't listen to this guy.
What? I'm not trolling.
Yeah, you were. You're just like,
I'm not.
yeah. I told you he's a part of the Discord. Right as he started speaking, you're like, I know.
That's single joke, man.
I-
That's one joke. Not a backer made my one?
Wait, really?
Wait, you made your own.
Wait, really?
So
Right? 'Cause I
he
thought
doesn't. So he has not one of these.
Really?
He has not one of these that he built himself.
I honestly thought
So
he had a.
guess.
I thought
So
he was a
guess
backer.
what? Guess what? My hey, by this time next year, there won't be 3 of these. There won't be 6 of these. There will be 12 of these. There's already 4 of them.
Well, I mean, whether or not
There's a
is
guy that's making a fight stick one.
Well-
There's this. There's Hax's. That's 3. And then this guy has his own personal. We already have 4 of them.
Well, okay. Here's the thing,
Hey,
Jason.
can
Is
you
that
click on that?
I got it. Here's the thing, Jason. Is that it's not guaranteed that his is ever going to be allowed for tournament
Well,
because then it's not a part of it. It's another third-party controller that he made. Therefore, TOs would have to check his because he could have some wiring in his. This is a part of a big like a
I
company.
mean, but that's not real. Whoa,
This-
that's interesting.
Here, hold on. What is going on?
Well, that's very close together. Hey, Grief, what's going on? I'm just, I'm trying to have a discussion with Antonio about a fighting game controller. This is a bit out of my depth, so I'm not positive it would be in your interest. But Grief, we're just talking. I'm trying my best to like not trigger Antonio here, but I'm failing a little bit.
No,
it might be fun to watch for that.
My point is, as far as like Z-Rider, as far as like whether or not you've gone to tournaments, like those, like have you are the tournaments that you've gone to simply local, or are any of them nationals, like that have like professional players, like one of the? No, I mean like if they're all locals and he's played several tournaments that are all locals, that doesn't mean shit.
Well, yeah,
But, like
I
mean,
there's
it
no
means
way.
something. It
There's
means
no way
something
that
for.
he's been to nationals.
It's
because
been
if he
something
had,
for his
you would
TOs.
You would have pictures of that.
Well, I mean, he has a picture right there. That's
No,
it.
no,
So,
no, no.
Like,
Yeah,
I've been
I'm
to
aware
two
of that,
regionals
but
in
you would
GA
have seen
something.
it on Twitch when VGBC was streaming a national.
No, like, well, that
Function?
VGBA is like, VGBC is like not national unless, like, I thought you were, I know you're, like, they stream national, but I thought you were talking about, like, their regular, like, Wednesday stream, like, that's not national.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I've been to 2 regionals in GA function. I don't know, I don't consider regionals nationals. Like, going to NCR is not, like, for instance, going to NCR is not the same as going to, like, an actual national. For instance, like, NCR has shit, like entrance as far as, like, number of people, like,
He's
at
talking about our local regional.
Yeah, no, I'm-
NorCal regional.
Yeah, I'm talking, yeah, exactly.
You can't expect him to be
Nor-
familiar with what it's.
I am sorry, I apologize. NorCal regionals, that like regionals in general, I just don't consider like to be like big, like a national or something.
But Z-Rider, the controller was completely allowed. You had no problems whatsoever. No one said anything.
I'm sure you had to talk to the TO prior at least, like let
Well,
them
I mean,
know.
yeah, but it was allowed.
Yeah,
is the point.
no, it was definitely loud, obviously, but
Well, I mean, not
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
He could have been to the tournament and just played on a GameCube controller.
no, he probably could have at least played.
Oh,
friendly
you know what?
on
I'd be interested to hear. How many entrants were those regionals?
NCR, that's a faction in
Yes,
Fallout.
it is.
Let's go,
it's
West,
a
dude.
fucking. It's a faction in what's it called? PlanetSide? Are they called NCR? PlanetSide? I think they're called NCR.
Dude, this thing makes me sweat, dude.
It's not the controller at all. It's because you're raging because you think I'm disagreeing with you. But that's not. What I'm doing. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, it's not that. Like on top of the fact that it's actually a little hot in here,
You're
like
actually
it's
screaming.
no, it's just the sound of my voice. Like if you've ever talked to me while I'm high, like I lose like control of the volume of my voice. Like it literally goes high. That's just how I am. Like when I like get hot. But like not only is it like a little hot in here, like using this thing takes a lot of mental strength.
These two are very warm, and I've already ordered lights to try to make it better. Oh, talk to the THC. Oh, Pyre? Some people complain about I win 0-2. Yeah, see, so basically, no one had a problem with it because you lost. If you would have won, people would have been like, fuck this. This is negate the results.
But this is the point that I'm bringing up. That as like with people that use GameCube controllers, they may be super stubborn and may not like it, which is why it could be banned for a little while. But once, like as he said, some people complained. But I went 0-2, so then they just let it go. They're like, whatever. I didn't really agree with you using this in tournament, but at least you went 0-2 and I bodied you, so it's not like it matters. When you start winning and get 2-0ing them, or maybe 2-1ing them, then they're gonna be like, Tio, what the fuck is this about, dude?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this about?
Yeah.
Like, so that's why I think it's gonna be banned for a little bit. But once they see like that, they're gonna realize, oh, I've been bodying this guy for like months, and he's been using this thing for years. Obviously, at that point, if you're jawing about it after I've been using this for 2 years, you kind of need to shut the fuck up, like a little bit. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, but that's, I mean.
Just a little bit, that's still time and effort and like years of your life you put into this game. That's not just, oh, I picked this up yesterday, I'm so good. You're garbage. It's so silly.
It's just you're gonna have to deal with people.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, I don't care.
And that's not gonna be solved in a couple of years.
I don't know. I would tend to disagree with that one, but I don't know about years.
Because there's gonna have to happen a wider discussion, and the people that are losing at that point are gonna be like, we should ban them completely and totally. Right, and how are you gonna win that argument? Your point was, I'll talk the TOs into it.
I'm not talking to TOs.
The TOs at the big nationals will understand it.
I'm not talking to any TO, Jason. I am not making a single decision.
You need to talk to.
I'm not going to.
What?
Like,
you're gonna refuse to talk to a TO?
No, like I'm not.
Ban your controller.
No, I'm not saying that. Like I'm going to like literally just like not
Brute,
ignore.
what's going on?
I'm not like just literally going to ignore my TO. Like I don't care about using it at locals, or if my TO tells me not to. If they don't want me to use it in locals or regionals, that's fine. But
you're just not gonna use it.
Well, for one, this is not the one I'm going to be using, and in that time, if the one that I am going to be using is banned, then that's because the community decided on it, or the regional won't let me. In which case, then I'm just not going. If this is a banned thing, then whatever. I don't care.
Should I play sometime? Box v box? Georgia, but I'm in Seattle for the summer? I wish I could get up to Seattle.
Shut the fuck up. What do I walk into? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Brute, what up, homie?
I actually,
that's
I wish I could net play with you, dude, but I literally don't have an actual, like, desktop or a laptop that's even functional, and I don't have a setup for, like, playing against you. I don't have an adapter. I can't net play, dude. I'm sorry.
I should just give you a laptop.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a laptop and all that stuff. I'll net play with you, dog. Any day of the week. But, yeah, not happening.
BRB.
Yeah, exactly, BRB. I have no clue what I'm looking at. It doesn't look like they are fighting each other.
We're not really that much. So here's for West Dude and Grief and Brutarius, if you guys are all there. Smash Brothers is played on a GameCube controller. Yeah, can you pull up the, it's the black one, the black circle. Nope, that's Steam. The other one, that one. Okay, now we need the chat back there.
Oh.
Here, I can get.
I can.
You sure?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. You can find it. It's not there.
Is it this one? Is it?
No.
Where is it? Oh, it's this one.
That one.
There
There you go. Oh my goodness. All right, we made it back.
We made it back.
All right. Anyways, so whoa.
It's
So
like
this
the
is
cord's like too
GameCube controller that you would normally play Smash with, and this thing is brand new. It's called the Smashbox, and it's made by Hitbox. Is the company?
Yeah.
It's company name?
No, Hitbox. Yeah, Hitbox is.
Hitbox is the company name, Smashbox, and it says Alpha build on it. This thing is brand new. And so some of these white buttons you can't see, but there are 4 buttons here, there's 4 buttons here, there's a button here, 4 buttons here, 7 buttons right here actually.
Yep.
And so there's no analog stick. it's just button inputs for movement and for all of the attacks and everything that you would normally put in on this one.
Here, we can.
And so there's much discussion to be had because this is one of 63 of the alpha builds in the world right now.
Currently.
And there are thousands and thousands of people that play Smash.
It's very
and
hard.
a lot of
Very
people,
hard.
a lot of people are not. A lot of people have mixed emotions about that thing and whether or not it should be allowed in tournaments and whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing for the game. So we're just kind of talking about things of that nature. You've also got Z Rider in the chat, and he apparently built his own. So it's not this build, it's not this box, which this is one of 63 duplicates that are exactly like this.
Prevents it from breaking mid-fight.
I mean,
love
that doesn't happen that often, West dude, but yes, that is true.
I love it, dude.
That's true.
That was the
can't
best
break
response I've ever gotten. Like, that was probably the biggest troll comment I've ever got, but I love it.
I
great.
mean, West dude may not be trolling.
I'm
He's
sure-
very much not into fighting games.
I know. I'm sure
So
he was
might
actually
have no
legitimately serious.
idea.
But
maybe,
like,
maybe I'm not sure.
It's funny because it's so plausible that it could be a trick, but it's not. Like, I know for a fact, but it's like, it's so plausible because that's so funny. Like,
You're
that's so
gonna break,
funny.
man.
I love
You're
you,
gonna
dude.
break your stick.
I love you, West dude. Don't even know you. Love you, dude. Come here. Ah.
No grabs.
Um,
Anyways, so Z Rider with his own
yeah, no, dude. That we saw it on the computer, dude. That looks excellent.
number 4, man. Number 4 customized thing. Oh.
Yay! Got a shine flag.
See, here's another thing for me, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you could do is you could say, okay, well, the TOs are gonna ban him because the people that are playing with GameCube controllers are like, wow. I was not trolling. I know anti-sticks break a lot in big fight and lose their area can get bigger as you use them, which can cause problems in game. They can lose area? The analog stick?
Well,
You're talking about this thing?
Yeah.
West dude, this thing can break off in the middle of a game? Have you seen that happen? Send me video.
yeah, no, I'm sure
Yeah,
he's
what does
talking
he
about a
mean?
different game.
That's what is he? That's what I'm
He's
trying
got to be talking about like.
I mean,
some
he
type
said
of,
he's not trolling. He's a
No,
very
but
genuine
he's got
kind of guy
to be
normally.
talking about some type of other game in which that is an actual issue. Obviously not this one, or like with fighting, like fight sticks.
Well, yeah, fight sticks.
That
I've
they don't,
never
they just
heard of
don't.
that.
I've never even heard of that, dude.
I've never heard of someone breaking their analog stick
Neither have I.
mid-fight.
That's sick.
I think he means physically the stick is broken.
Oh, just like
Not
function.
loose area. The loose area is defined as the sensitivity of the.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about in the middle of the game, you push a direction and it no longer is
Sometimes
there.
we call those the dead. Oh, you're talking about neutral? Oh, the dead area, yeah. Or the area where the input is not being.
Does that happen with fight sticks? People just like in the middle of a game.
Wave dash, other
the analog
notches.
sticks suck from?
Wave dash other notches are just as broken as the Smashbox. If they are legal, the Smashbox should be. Not only do I agree with that, but I also think that combined with that, you already have the inherent advantages and disadvantages of using other controllers in comparison to others with the glitch of having a better backdash, more snapback problems, better
Right.
shield drop, and then on top of that notches as well. Like I think, and then on top of it, inputting things that are incorrect, even though you frame perfect get it, it doesn't like register your input. I think that's already reason enough to make these things illegal, truth be told.
Well, see, I would go the opposite way.
As myself, as myself, I would think that would be
Yeah,
perfectly
specifically
fine.
for
but-
fighting games.
but-
Oh, okay. Just all console controllers.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
figured he wasn't. But like, as far as myself, I think that's perfectly fine. But obviously, everybody has their own personal view on what is fair and what is defined as unfair. And a lot of people don't think it's unfair at all. Because also, a lot of people, if you notice, a lot of
I
people
think-
don't actually even know about half of the problems that the GameCube controller suffers from. They just assume.
I think that notches.
Also,
are
Hacks
unfair.
Money fanboys should help get it legal. honestly, like Z-Rider, I don't know if you know, but I was planning on backing the box even with the Smashbox, regardless of like whose side I'm taking. It's literally just like, why not find a controller that's gonna fit well for your hands and use the one that works better? So if it works better for my hands, I'm going for like
What's going on, Noodle?
So whatever feels right with my hands. That's all I'm concerned about. It's not about what's better or what's worse. It's what about it's like better for my fingers and what feels better. So that's literally the reason why I'm going to back it. I don't care about the beat or the drama. I really don't care. I have the money. That's all that matters. I have money. I can spend it. Whatever. So like, I can design my controller to work best with my hands. I love it. Exactly. See, that's what I want. Something that's just gonna work well with my hands. So it doesn't matter like if the final version doesn't, if the final version doesn't have the layout I want, then I would agree with that. I would specifically open it up, move the buttons around, and design it to where I want it. Or get a new faceplate and then move the buttons and yeah, if I want to.
And then the TOs are gonna have to deal with like a ton of modifications.
Well, yeah, no, faceplate,
right? Which is like you have to fundamentally change the
you would have
rule
to
set.
You would have to change the rule set. Yeah.
No macros, no modifications.
You would have to change.
That is a modification.
You would have to change the rule set for like certain modifications like that you're talking about. So there could be modifications that like you can't control, like modifications for like these guys in order to, because like unless you have these 4 modifications, this does not work for tilts. It doesn't work. Like you need this in order to be able to like actually complete like the whole package. So like this is technically a modification, but it comes a part of the controller. But like I understand like you could specify with faceplates, and then like angling the buttons around and shit like that. That is a form that I could see being a problem. The other problem I see with this being banned like immediately already, like as it stands right now, is the fact with the software you can modify this to where these go, and then you can have up to 3 different profiles for your angles.
Okay.
And therefore, like, I could see that being banned.
Why?
I just don't.
Do you think it should be banned?
No, I don't think it should be, but I can see why it would be.
Because ban just that and
because you're using.
Still not macros.
You're not. No, it's not macros, but it's technically altering your modifications like that are already there. Like while it's still within the line of reason, in my personal eyes, you're not going to guarantee that a TO's going to see that.
You imagine people are going to do that in.
You know how
in mid-game they're going to modify the angles with that.
No, I don't mean mid-game. I don't mean mid-game.
Well, so
no, I mean in general.
I
mean in general. I personally don't think it should be banned or that it matters at all, but I definitely think a TO is going to just immediately pull some illogical jamble out of their ass, because as I've told you, people are literally uneducated that literally listen to anything they see on the internet. Like they so
how are you gonna win? How are you gonna win at this thing?
Like I said, I'm not making any decisions. I don't care about what happens. I'm literally leaving it up to the TOs and see what happens from the community standpoint. It's not my decision. It's not my.
You only have melee of different angles, so you need it. Oh, that's interesting.
There's no standardized rule set yet for controls other than no macros. PM,
I mean,
melee,
yeah, so Z-Rider, as I understand it, there is a current published rule set for tournament rules for the game that are available on Smashboards right now for every Smash game. That the TOs got together, they said, this is going to be the standardized rule set. We're going to do things like 4 stock, we're going to do things like 8 minutes. Part of that rule set, as far as my understanding, with no macros, no controller modifications, which should actually just ban notches. Notches should be banned from it. Now I haven't looked at that rule set in a while, so it's probably changed. Also, wait, is the audio fucked? Is it really fucked?
I don't really.
Noodle?
The only audio thing I noticed is that.
Hey, everyone else in the chat, confirm whether or not whether or not the audio is fucked. Noodle needs to know. I can't listen to the stream from where I'm at right here. I've got to keep streaming. So.
No controller rules.
No controller rules? Oh, there's none on there?
Fuck. Well,
okay.
Also,
well, so the common copy pasted, the most common, we saw that this was the rules at this other tournament, so we just copy their rules and paste it, is no macros, no modification that I've seen, which is that should ban notches, right? I don't understand why notches are allowed.
No, I agree with you on that point. I don't either, because like for the longest time when I was first learning Melee, I had heard about notches, but I was like, oh, those must be cool things to have like for friendlies and stuff, but they must be banned in tournament. And then I hear all about like people using it in tournament, and I was like, what the
mic
hell?
is cutting in and out? Is it, Ash, can you confirm an audio issue or a non-audio issue? Listen, thank you.
Static.
There's static?
Just a little bit.
Fucking weird.
It's like popping.
Is it the mic?
Probably.
That's no good. Microphone!
Fix it then, dog.
I know, I'm going to. Give me a
Better.
second. Give me uno momento, por favore.
Smashbox will be legal at Evo.
Alright. Is it there? How is it now? Is it better? Are we alive? Is it still there? Throw priest?
It's still crackling.
It's crackling?
Yes.
What in the motherfuck? And it's for sure the mic, though.
Definitely the mic. The game audio is coming out smooth.
What the fuck?
Like the
how did
controller
my mic
buttons are
just
1.5 inch. You can't
Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, like if
Oh, give me a sec. Papa! Okay, I unplugged the mic, I brought the mic back. Are we alive? Are we back? I did that deliberately. Like, I unplugged, it's still there?
it's your mic,
Fucking
dude.
A.
You just gonna need to get a new mic.
It's not my mic.
It's your mic.
It's
That's
not-
worse.
Okay, listen.
Right as the other guy was
Listen.
probably going on about
Listen.
what I said.
I'm well aware it's not my mic.
It's definitely your mic, dude. Z Ryder, if you can still hear me, are you going to be possibly backing the box, or are you just specifically sticking with what you've got? Because I can understand if you're gonna do that, because as it sounds, you love the way you put it because you specifically made it for you. So I mean,
that's still no good.
No?
It's just this. This is static.
okay, so you're not sticking with what I got. That makes sense. Like you said, you made it for yourself, so that makes a lot of sense.
Ash, we still got static here.
Pray for Mike to magically get fixed. It's not gonna happen. It's his mic. He doesn't want to accept it because he doesn't want to spend more money to buy a new mic, but it's his mic.
I mean, I've already bought a new mic, so it's not a matter of me buying a new mic.
not as
It's
bad.
literally the
It's-
opposite of me doing a thing with buying a new mic.
It's still, there's still a crackle, but it's not as bad as it was. I don't know what you did.
I muted the game audio.
Also, I have 2 months on it, and I don't want to change. So, is there a fan in the room or a window open? No. It's his mic. Don't listen to him. Static is still there, but not as bad. Yeah, she said the same thing. So, Z Rider, what do you think is like actually comfortable for your hands? Or, like, is there a certain I'm curious how you press your buttons. Do you just tap them? Do you drag them when you
How's that?
when you press the buttons? Because I'm really awful at pressing buttons, and because I haven't used an actual fight stick, I feel like maybe there's a more optimal way for me to press the buttons in order for me to not hurt my hands as much, or maybe be more coordinated. But I don't know, dude. I feel like a lot of people find this easier than I do, and I'm having a harder time. I don't know. I bet that it's the sensitivity for when the mic works rather than using push to talk.
Oh,
Here's
goodness.
that, right?
Yeah.
No, that's you're insane. How would we ever believe you?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm pretty wrong. You're insane. You would not be in a relationship. Honestly, you need way more hours to be comfortable. It took me a long time to get comfortable. Okay, then a better question is that would probably answer my question more. How long have you put into this? In your particular, it's still a hitbox in general, but how much time have you put into yours? Because I've had mine for a few days. I haven't even logged logged an entire day, like maybe 7 to 8 hours ago, so that's probably why I'm loving it as hard as I am. And it does feel a little bit better once you practice, like, for a while, but I don't know, I just feel like some things are just really hard that maybe, I'm like I said, I'm sure it's just the hours, but I don't know. Probably like 100 hours so far. Holy fuck, that's why. Right there, dude. Holy shit. And we can barely hear them. You turned down the volume.
Yes, I did. I'm aware.
Probably like 100 hours so far. Holy shit. Alright, well, I mean, for the most part, that just answers my question, but I don't know. It's a project, man. I mean, I've got tomorrow off, so I'm going to be spending most of my day doing this. I've played a lot of Melee in the past couple months. Well, I mean, I've been playing Melee competitively for 4 years on a GameCube controller, but that's nothing because that's a GameCube controller. But like, I was just curious for you because, like I said, it feels like a lot of people are having easier time on this, and I'm assuming, like I said, it's because they're logging more hours. But I don't know. I got like 8 or 9 hours, so it's like I said, it's just me tripping probably. But I did get a couple actual clean stocks because these are the first like few matches I've actually even played, like legitimately tried in, like for the first few games, for some of the games that we've actually played outside of just talking. I still flub a lot. Yeah, no, I do. As you can see, I do too. There are some games where I can't even like shield because actually I'm trying to get used to like, so like I'll do pinky like for the shield like right here, and I'm trying to get used to like wave dashing out of shield, but it's so hard. And I don't want to open this thing up and change the button layout because there's no point. Like on the final build, the buttons are going to be rotated 45 degrees inwards, so it's like, what's the point in me moving the layout for something that's going to be changed anyway? So it's like, I don't know. Obviously I just need to log more hours, but like, I don't know. And then also I SD around 1 to 2 times per game. I mean, it's about average as far as myself, but like I'm still like way harder like SDs. Like they're like really silly mistakes. I was gonna ask you something. Oh yeah. I just don't want to open this thing up and move the layout around, but like right now, like wave dashing out of shield, fucking hard. I know it shouldn't be that hard, but like using my pinky, because the shield button is over here on my ring finger, and then I can't shield and then jump. Like, I'd have to do middle finger pinky. That's so fucking stupid. Where is R on the Smashbox? Okay, here, let me turn this around for you, dude. Forgive me, my hands are inverted, so I'm very stupid right now. This is your B, so I believe it's, this is R, right here. This button right here, where my finger is going. So like, if I was holding the regular controller, like, these are my hands, right? Left side, right side. My fingers normally go like this, 3 fingers, right here, right? And I'm trying to use my middle finger and my index finger for aerials. Like, if you can see the input display up there, like, I hit Z because I'm trying to do aerials. So like, how I fast fall, like this is pretty much how I do my aerials. And then that's also how I like L cancel as well. But like my pinky can go over here or here, but like this is where they are right now. That's like so uncomfortable. And like I said, I just don't want to open up the box when I'm just gonna get a new one in like September, and the buttons are gonna be like rotated inwards. It just seems pointless. Like, if on the final build, if I don't like it, then yeah, I'll open it up and move the buttons around. But for right now, it just doesn't seem worth it. Not 100% sure. Yeah, you can look at mine. I have it so that Wave Dash and Multi-Shine are the same motions but different heights. But different heights? Like you're saying one of the buttons is maybe like drilled in a little bit deeper than the other one, and the other button is like pushed upwards more, so it's can you elaborate for me, please? Wave Dash is top row. Wave Dash is top row. Well, okay, so there's that. You know that Murdy guy inside Discord? Multi-Shine was bottom row. But yeah, the guy Murdy that opened his up, he moved his Z button over to the R button. So the R button's all the way down here on the bottom right, and the Z button's up over here on this side, where like over here is this. So he literally switched these around, and I can see that, but like, I don't know, dude. I have a lot of questions in my head about what I want to do with this thing, outside of logging more hours in and just practicing more. But like layout-wise,
You want to move everything around?
I do, but like I said, it just doesn't feel worth it when I'm just gonna get a new one, like, and they're gonna be rotated inwards. That's what I have. Oh, that's what you have? I talked to a few of my friends, R and Z are swapped. Okay. I can understand that, actually. A lot of my friends at our tournament, Cafe Colonial in Sacramento, they also agreed with that, like moving the Z button and the R swap. No, they also agreed with that, so I could see that being a thing.
You can do that right now.
I mean, I could, but well, I can't do it right now because I don't have the proper tools to open this motherfucker up. But
like you don't have them at home?
I mean, I might, but I don't.
Oh.
I'd have to figure
What
out.
do you need to open it up?
I don't know what type.
What does it look like on the back? Oh, it's
like you
just
need
a
the
fucking hex key, right?
Yeah, hex key and like I think they said Allen screwdrivers or something.
Yeah, it's an Allen wrench. Hex.
Yeah, Allen wrench.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
The way Wave Dash and Multi-Shine are the same. Wait, so you're all talking Greek to me for all.
Yeah,
I know.
Noodle. Antonio's got to talk fight sticks. That's the reason he's here. So
They should not be able to complain about the location or layout of the controller, just as long as the functionality is not changed, like button size or such.
well, button size is very different, but
Button size is different.
Functionality.
No. There's no difference in functionality. There's literally just like you can move the button to a different spot and have that button do that functionality, so it would still do the same functionality as it originally was programmed. It's just moved. So you could do that, but you could, as you said, you couldn't change the functionality of the button entirely. That is not fair.
Yeah.
But button size doesn't matter. Yes, it does. That's what she said.
kids are just having jokes.
They're having fun in here.
So status update. I'm running off the camera mic because there's not static. So now we sound like garbage. Oh wait a minute. We should maybe be able to actually hear the game.
Power Rangers.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Power Rangers. It's the Power Ranger. It's either the Power
Oh,
Ranger theme song.
no. Button size doesn't matter in that you would ban something because it has too large of buttons. Is our point, West dude? It's not a matter of whether or not someone could use it because they have bigger or smaller buttons. But that's the idea is that you could buy a thing like this. You could buy a thing like this and you could put whatever size buttons you want on it. And they wouldn't ban it because you had too big of buttons.
Yeah, and he's right. In terms of legality, it does not matter. In terms of just for your hands, yeah, I suppose like what's comfortable for your hands, but legality-wise for the controller and whatnot, button size does not matter.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked, dude. Yeah, this is the Power Ranger Green Ranger theme song, I think.
What in the motherfucker?
Hey, watch. So even though I'm holding this modifier and I hit down, see how it's like pushing me down, but I'm not technically going down? Still shiny. Even though you're not crouching. Sick. Love it.
Wait, what?
I have to crouch in order to down B, right? Or at least at the same time, right? With this, I don't or with this, I don't have to do that, and I can still shine while standing.
Oh.
And also,
So what's the advantage of that?
well, for one, just like I could do like watch, I could do that, and I can, because I'm doing this, it doesn't let me drop through the platform. Watch. I cannot do it because I'm buffering a different direction. It won't let me go all the way down. But if I release it, because it's letting me go all the way down now, the modifier won't let me go all the way down. So
Wait, try to shine on the platform without falling through? Oh, me, you mean?
I ran into problems with bigger buttons, had to swap out smaller buttons in my second iteration, they wouldn't fit.
That's hella weird.
So like,
what was I doing there? I
so
was like
what?
falling through, but
Yeah,
coming back
okay,
up.
no, watch, dude. Okay,
Oh,
so
Smashbox.
yeah, no, Smashbox, yeah. No, I understand how to do that. Yeah, it's you literally just hold one of the modifiers, or I guess it's Y2. You hold Y2, and then you just hit down when you're on the platform, and then you can just hit B. But if you hit it at the exact same time, it has you fall through because it's registering it like you're hitting down. But if I hit down without that, then I can just shine like that. But if I hold shine like this, see, and I hit down, then it makes me drop. See? And then I have to hit it again. See? But if I just do shine and just do that,
Oh. Okay.
yeah, I know about that. It's actually really useful with wave lining, but I'm just horrible at wave lining. If you hit the shine, it doesn't fall through. Yeah, if you hit the shine, I think it's if you hit the shine, you hit the down first before you hit the shine. If you hit the shine, I don't think you can hit the shine first. So if you hit the inputs at the same time, it reads it as a falling through. But if you just hit down B, like simultaneously, like a slide input or something, like it's not gonna. Actually, no, it does read it as fall through if you do slide input. I mean, if you hit someone.
Oh!
If you hit the shine, it doesn't fall through. Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean, I already kind of knew that, but like as far as like what I didn't know is that you can literally hit like down and like the shine button like slide input, and like if you do it fast enough, it reads it as you going down. I thought you could just like do it like really quickly and it wouldn't do that, but you actually have to like give it some time. Like you have to hit down and then hit B. So that'd be like, wait, could you down B and then release? I mean, waveline with Y2. Yeah, I know about that. Clean as fuck, because you can't like pass through the platform, so you just get perfect wavelines. You only have one frame with Y1. Z-Writer, my Y1 doesn't actually like send me the direction I believe it's supposed to go, because I think we were talking about that in Discord, remember? This one is some type of a software bug that we were talking about that can be fixed, because this is Y1's supposed to send you at 17.1 degrees, right? Because this is sending me some weird ass way. Here, I can actually even show you like exactly where it's sending me, so you can see it. 1 second. This is where it sends me, and probably other people that are suffering from this particular issue. So this is where is it? Y1, and then down right. So like down right is right here. It's on the top one, and then that's where it sends me with Y1. I'm going to 97,500, and then negative, what is it, 20,000? But like, even still, that's not the angle you need for your perfect wave dash. Hey Jason, you're a nerd.
What?
Hey Jason, you're a nerd.
What up, Ryder?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I'm hoping when the software comes up.
What is it now? Which one is it?
This one. So I hold down right, and like this. That's the angle you get for your wave dash. If I hold Y1, as he was saying, you only have one frame with Y1, so that means I should be able to do a perfect wave dash with Y1, but because these are supposed to send me to 17.1, look where it's sending me. And he's like, yeah, it's wrong. It's a software bug, so it needs to be corrected with the software when it comes out. Yeah. So, yeah, this other people are also suffering from that, from what they were telling me, like that one guy that also was saying that, so, yeah. I get 95 and .1875. Really?
That was close. Oh, never mind. No, it was negative.
2875, not 1.1875.
Whoa, that was
Wait, is
negative, right? Yours is negative?
Yeah, is that actually the perfect wave dash angle, or because I remember I was watching the little tutorial 30-second videos about wave dash, and Sean was talking about Dustin was talking about he got negative, but Dustin was talking about the 17.1 like crisp angle. He specifically said that, like, so I figured, I don't know,
Oh, because the negative, or sorry, the negative is
Or positive.
depending on which side.
Yeah, like watch when I try to wave dash. So I'm holding the up modifier and the down. Like you can see it on the it's the perfect wave dash. Okay, so yours is correct. That's what mine should be. The 95 and the .1875 or .2875. So this watch this by the way, Z Rider. I'm holding the up modifier. As you can see right here, I'm pressing it. I'm holding it. I'm hitting down and right. And I can time it at the same time, like when I hit it, and I get this. I get that. That's where I'm getting. But when I hold Y2 and I hold down and forward and shit, I get this angle. I get the almost crisp. I believe this is the one that's supposed to be working this way, but yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
All right, let's do a thing.
What's up?
Let me try it.
Yeah, you want to try?
Yeah, let me try it.
Got you.
Because otherwise, we'll end stream and I won't even have tried it. Oh shit.
You want to try Falco?
Yeah.
Got you, fam.
Can I get to Falco? What's...
A. That is A. There you go.
Wait, hang on. Wait, which one is the L and RS? Okay.
L and R. These.
That's way slower. That makes me really sad. Yeah, I can do it way faster with that. Controller's garbage! Hang on, let me do it myself so I can get it. Yeah, it's garbage! Garbage controller! I'm just kidding.
I know.
Are you using yours?
Yeah, I don't like yours.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Gross.
It's too zeroed out. You want it to not.
Oh,
want
you
it to not be good?
can't shield drop worth a fucking shit on that thing. So I'm at least going to practice while you practice.
Wait, hang on, back. I can't.
Your
shield drop.
control. This is what I'm talking about, people. This is bullshit. I shouldn't have to want to play on my controller to get a better shield drop on like the game in general, and I have to like. I mean, that's gonna happen no matter what you do, though. Shouldn't have to do that.
It's gonna happen no matter what you do.
Shouldn't have to do that. This is gross. This is gross. It's gross. Disgusting. Here. Watch.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you're back on modifier.
What am I on?
So you're on modifier mode. So watch. See. So these are dash inputs, right? These are considered dash.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And then
what was I on before?
You're just. Oh, you're on D-pad mode. See? Now you're on D-pad mode.
Oh, okay. What does this button do?
This one?
Oh, light shield.
Yeah. Hey, also Z Rider. Wait, before you get off, could you answer me a question really quickly, like about this? So hold on. Stop. So remember that these two buttons right here that I'm pressing. These are your shield buttons, right? So this one right here, I guess it's my R, works with my light shield, but this button right here when I shield does not work with my light shield. Is that supposed to happen, or is that just the wiring or something? I just wanted to know if yours does that as well.
Quick! Hopefully it can answer before you leave.
No, he said true.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I shield here. Nothing.
I have no
idea.
idea. Okay. Curious if you had any concept. Yeah, I know you made yours. I was just wondering if maybe someone had talked to you or you had seen something. I don't know. Anyway, good talking to you, dude. Thanks for stopping by. We might do this again Wednesday. Maybe.
Yeah, I got next Wednesday.
I got next Wednesday off actually. So
okay. We can do.
We could. So yeah, we'll probably do this next Wednesday, dude. So thank you for chatting with me. It was freaking awesome, and then everybody else that was listening. Thank you.
Shit, homie. So are you using your thumb for the C-stick?
Kind of, sort of. It's kind of hard.
A little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, wait. I wonder if I can. Okay. Oh shit.
You have to hit down, yeah. Welcome to Keyboard Life, dog. Look at your inputs. Yeah, how clean that is. It brings a whole new concept to laser F smash, don't
This
it?
is really weird. It's fucking freaking me out. Alright. Boom, bitch! That was laser F smash! Yo, we can do it!
You fucker.
We can do it, kids!
This guy.
God, what a weird thing. I don't know if I could ever get to a point.
Watch. So, you hold up, you hold this, see how it does send you all the way up? Tilts. Same thing down. Tilts.
Oh, okay, and it's just this button.
Yeah, that messes with tilts. Same thing with forward. Yeah, we do. Modify forward, and then you can get.
Down. Oh shit. Oh
Have
my
you
God.
always been competitive with Smash?
Me or this guy?
I'm assuming he means me.
Let's go both.
Yeah,
You answer first. You
actually,
answer first.
okay. I have not always been competitive. There was a time where I was a very, very fundamentally good, hardcore, casual Ganondorf main. And the TLDR, I lost in a 4-player Smash at my college, at Sierra College one time. And I was super casual. That was about 4 or 5 years ago almost, like 4 years ago probably. Actually longer because I was playing PM back then. And I lost, and I got salty. And that's why I started to get into competitive Melee, or Smash in general.
How in the fuck, like,
How do you
are
wave
you,
dash?
yeah, no, how are you L canceling?
Oh, I
shit about L canceling.
I actually
Wave dashing is positioning, isn't
I
it?
use Z for a Z, like Z.
Oh, you use Z to L cancel.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that at least at a high level, this still will make an equally annoying sound as the fucking GameCube controller. So there's that.
But yeah, no, it wasn't always like this. But the second I lost in a fours match, it became a thing. I'm an incredibly like salty guy when it comes to losing to people that I feel are worse than me. And I've been playing FGC games since like 2008. And when I lose, I just get mad, dude. Like, I really get mad. And when I was playing against those guys, they were just casuals. They were just playing fours match with items on. Like, I'd get bounced back and forth, and I literally got so mad at it that I went home that day and I was like, fuck this, I have Melee, I'm gonna practice how to wave dash. I never lost again. At least at Sierra College. When I say that, I don't mean like in general, because I'm not that good. Not even close. Are you well known in the community?
Yes.
I'm well known in the Sacramento community, not in the Melee community. In the Sacramento community, yes, very well known. Even in NorCal in general, I'm a little well known, like just a smidge. But as far as like Melee as a whole, no, I'm as invisible as the next schmo out there. But I was ranked in Sacramento for a time, and the only reason why I'm not being considered again is because my TOs think I'm completely giving up on this controller just because I got the alpha build for the Smashbox, which is not the finished version. So they thought I was just dropping it like in May, which I'm not. I'm dropping it in like August or September when I get the finished version. So they're not considering me for PR. So that's the only reason why I'm not. But I just play Spaceys. I just main Shine, really. That's all I do. I just want to press buttons. Like, why do you think I got this? I love pressing buttons. That's all I live for, dude. What's your best tournament moment memory? Oh, dude. Okay.
Brute wants to just do a full interview.
I know, dude.
I'm like, Brute, I don't know if we have enough time for this. You might have to come back next Wednesday.
No.
Bro.
I'll answer his question.
See, that's fine. That one, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll give him a full interview if you come back next time. You can ask him whatever the fuck you want, dude.
Best tournament moment memory. You know, that's actually a really good question because like I could say that like one of my best moments or memories was like being able to like win my very first tournament like period, because like when I won my first tournament ever, like it was actually like my first video game tournament like that I've ever won ever. I've been in them before, but I've never actually won. So it was a pretty good moment. It was a pretty good memory. So I guess I would have to go with that. There were plenty of other times at Nationals, but I didn't take any convincing wins or anything too big outside of doing really well in bracket or something. Like I got top 200 at Big House 6, like 192. But I think it was definitely just winning like Cafe Colonial first place. Even though there weren't that many like great people there, there were still like some like better players than me at the time. And I managed to take first place, and my ex-girlfriend was there at the time, and it was pretty sick. And we went out to, actually I think that's it. Yeah, we went out to Mel's right after, and we had like, I won 28 bucks, and I literally just spent it right there on the block. I paid for me and my ex-girlfriend to get something to eat, and we laughed. It was a great time. I fucking loved it, dude. I think that's it right there. After I won first place, and we went to Mel's afterwards. It was great. Oh man.
I like how before you were talking with people and I was like just standing and I was like, oh, I'll just like beat up Antonio by like doing shines over and over again while you're
I saw that shit too. Yeah.
And here's the thing, you were like, yeah, maybe after like 20 minutes you'll be able to play with this controller.
Yeah.
Dude, it's not been 5 minutes and I'm already doing exactly what I was doing before.
Yeah,
right?
no, I understand.
I can just jump. I can just shine the shit out of you.
Yeah, no, actually, there's a lot of things that come, like, more intuitive than a GameCube controller in some aspects, but there are a lot of, like, there's 99.9% of the things that are totally unfamiliar. There's, like, maybe one thing or two that you'll find is kind of familiar, like dash dancing or something. Like, obviously, it's, like, 2 fingers, but think about, like, how
the
easy
camera
that
is being weird? I don't think it's... Oh, yeah. Everything is breaking, Stevies.
It's so good. You're catching us at the time that we're, like, almost at a close, so you're missing...
Boom! Look at that! Killed him! He didn't even stand a chance!
It was really a good time. Like, I won against Ices, too, which is literally my worst matchup. I fucking hate Ices. Yo, what's up? Stevie's1474. How you doing, man?
She.
She said hi. I'm gonna say hi. What about you?
It's a person we know.
I know. I'm just trolling.
Very she.
But yeah, I don't know. There are a lot of good things that have come from Melee, as far as like impacts on my life, giving me something to focus on, meeting so many people. There is one thing I am particularly proud of because of Melee. I've gone to so many places now in my life that I don't think I would have ever gone to just because of Melee tournaments. Like, I would never be going to Boston or Michigan or San Jose. Even if it is only San Jose, I don't go to these places, but tournaments happen there, so I'm able to go, and it's like, it's awesome because I get to see these places I've never been, so that's like the one thing I do actually like.
So, hang on, the wave dash, hold both of these and this. Right, so you... Whoa, shit. Oh, I can almost recover it here. Okay, hang on.
So you just hold down, forward. And then,
okay.
Yeah, and then, yeah,
okay.
easy.
Okay.
Fight me, Shady. 1v1 me. Shady doesn't have an arc server. Lol. Testing you.
Oh, hang on.
So if you hold this button while you try to wave dash, right?
Oh, this button?
Like no, like hold it and you get crispier wave dashes than you already would be
this
getting.
one?
Yeah, it's that one. But if you want to get just regular wave dash down forward and then just jump air dodge like you just did. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I support Clown Town now.
Nice. Hey, that literal thing? Wait, what?
Fighting Steves. Good chatting, fellas. Gonna head out now. Take care, all. Yeah, good talking to you.
See you, Bridget. We'll get you again next week, I hope.
Yeah. Hopefully, you drop by.
Oh, where's my... Hang on. So my techs are now here? I can now pinky tech? That's weird.
Yeah, you could either
Hit
pinky...
me real quick. Hit me real quick.
Here,
Oh, no.
here, move to the middle. Yeah, right here with me. Actually,
Oh.
well, stop. No. There we go.
What did that do?
Same thing. Now practice tech rolling. There you go.
Yeah, bitch. What now, bitch? Oh wait. Oh shit. Oh shit. Point the C stick in the direction of the baddie. Oh,
There's
son
your
of a
baddie.
bitch. Son of a bitch.
Lather!
So how am I multi-shining? One more thing. Do the hot shit multi-shine?
I can't multi-shine, but I can attempt. I mean, you can't really just do it like that. Like I saw Dustin when he was doing the multi-shines with Fox. He was doing it like this, like I think it was these two fingers, and he was just doing shit like that with. But he was using Fox, so the timing was different. But even still, that's fucking obnoxious. Like I can barely even do a fucking standing double shine even
You're
by
going
mistake.
too fast, aren't you?
Probably. There we go. Yes,
A
let's do
mile
that.
right now?
Oh. I fucking love that I can actually... Honestly, like the one thing that I feel is coming good from the Smashbox outside of learning how to actually use it, when I played with the controller, I am actually like a little bit more consistent with this now. I feel like because like this takes so much thought process that like it helps me think about the game more. Like that's the reason why like I was sweating outside of like just being hot. Like you know how hard it is to like think about everything you want to do. It's so mentally frustrating that you're just sitting there thinking. You're like your face is scrunched half the time. You're like, all right. It's so fucking annoying.
Oh, I did it once. I don't know why I didn't end on it. There we go.
Alright guys.
Oh goodness! It's butts time, Ash. You wanna press a button?
What?
Yeah, everything's broke. Just hit the end button. Antonio's got butts. That's the best we're gonna do. He's coming back next week. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 8. Good night! Good night!